My stepmom was up. She was feeding the baby, so she made me dinner. And all I can think is this poor, frazzled, sleep-deprived, lactating woman, like, sautéing him a steak with vegetables in the middle of the fucking night. And he eats it, and I'm shocked, but I still managed to kiss him. We start kissing, I can taste the smoothie in his mouth, and I'm like, baby Jesus, on your thigh, baby Jesus, on your thigh. And eventually it gets hot, right? I'm like, okay, this is my opportunity to undo all those years of guilt about being a lusty person or craving somebody else. This is my chance to just be a slut and embrace it. When else am I going to have the chance to fuck a 30-year-old, balding, blues-dancing, polyamorous video game-playing guy in the Bay Area? I mean... So, I have in my hand the cock that killed baby Jesus, and things are getting really hot, and I'm thinking in my head, oh my God, I'm going to have sex with somebody else for the first time in 5 years. And he kind of stops and he says, you know, I don't really have a condom. I know, right? And at this point, I get a little angry. Like, I'm sorry, you went to the trouble of picking me up and rubbing your erection on my leg all night and you don't have a condom? Like, seriously? And he says, you know, we could go to the store and get one, but I'm really feeling kind of tired. And at this point, I'm like, yeah, me too. I'm feeling pretty tired. So we kind of disengage, and I find a corner on the bed that seems kind of clean. I mean, maybe his stepmom has washed the sheets recently. I guess that's a possibility. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I fall asleep, and finally, and we wake up. It's late. He's late for an appointment, and that colorful cloth on the window has kept out all the light, and you know, it's 10 or 11, we're rushing around, getting keys and underwear and socks, and oh, where did my pants go? And he kind of scans the room one last time, I think, looking for cell phone or keys, but his eyes rest on that plate of food that's sitting next to his bed still, that half-eaten steak and some vegetables, and he, without really pausing, grabs the steak and puts it in his pocket. At this point, I can't hide my disgust. I'm trying my best to be like, well, that was a fun almost one-night stand. And he puts the steak in his pocket, and I make my face, and he goes, well, you know, in case I get hungry later. And we walk outside, out into the bright sunlight, which is, by the way, far less flattering than the dimly lit blues club of the night before. And I look longingly at the swings across the street that I didn't actually get to go on. And all I can think is how in a few hours I'm going to have to call my husband and say, honey, I'm sorry. I tried to swing, but I only ended up sleeping next to a man who smelled like old sponges because he was too lazy to bathe or do laundry.